Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here. Welcome to episode, that's not the right gesture, but it'll do. Episode 41 of Bloodborne. We are here in the Nightmare of Mensis after having dealt with the last of Upper Cathedral Ward previously. Now we have to deal with even more frenzy nonsense. This is the thing about the late games, that frenzy is very prevalent. Yeah, anytime you're in direct line of sight with that window, like not hidden behind one of these things, you will be gaining frenzy. So I'm going to try and lure this Mr. Wolfman back over this way. Sort of successfully, I guess. Not really. I might just like straight up die. That would be a very embarrassing way to start the video. Just going all fire breather on my ass. Oh shit. I forgot that these guys are actually like assholes. So pardon me apparently. They also don't take that much damage. But there we go. Like, am I doing, like, reduced damage for a reason, or is it just that these guys have really high defense? I guess these guys just have really high defense, because these worms are taking a lot. Taking it up the ass, I don't know. Do worms have asses? I think they do. They might have 4. Regardless. Yeah, so that's one enemy down, I guess. This is a very tough place to deal with a lot of the time. I'm going to try and run over here. You just have to kind of run from cover to cover, like you're in Call of Duty or something, except instead of bullets, it's scary-ass blood arrows being shot at you from the beyond, I don't know. Alright, this guy is gonna come over here. Yeah, this is definitely... The good thing about it is that the frenzy can also affect these assholes, so... That's why this guy was at basically half health before I even did anything to him. And you may be tempted to just like run away from these worms once they spawn. I would highly recommend not doing that, because they can catch up with you, because you have to kind of wait it out behind some of these pillars a lot of the time. So there's 2 ways to go. We can go up across this bridge, or we can go around over that way. But that way does eventually dead end, and I'll spoil for you now, that will sort of open up to a shortcut over in that direction eventually, so I'm not going to worry about it for right now. Instead, I'm just going to focus on going this way. Once we get over to where that Wolfman is, we should be pretty well behind this sort of mountainous thing, so the window cannot really access us at all from back here. And we just straight up die too, so you know that's nice. All right, we're back across the bridge here. Let's try to actually like survive for more than half a second against this dude. If that's possible. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. Just gorgeous. Love that. Love that, too. Really a fan of these enemies. This guy especially is being a kind of a prick. Come on. Whatever, just finish him off. He's close enough. Not a big deal. And watch out for these worms. He actually drops them there. I'm not sure what these guys tend to drop. Maybe just some blood vials. I'd be totally fine with that, honestly. I've been using enough of them. And don't worry, because these guys are not really like the new default enemy for this area or anything. There's only like these first couple in the starting section of the area, but once you get past it, it's not as bad. There might be an item or something hidden up here. Doesn't quite look like it. Alright. Yeah, now that we're on this side of the bridge, though, we're pretty well protected against the frenzy from that window, for the time being anyway. It may come back to bite us a little later on. Now these guys, these are some of the boulder throwing guys that we encountered in the Nightmare Frontier earlier. So if you can sneak up behind them, like kind of like this, it's the best way to do it. And it's pretty easy to do, honestly, because they're fairly slow. But still watch out, because there's a couple of them throughout this area, and they can catch you off guard pretty easily if you're not paying attention. You can see there's one up there. There's actually one like kind of over there as well, I think. So be careful as you roam this area. Is that actually 2 over there and one's just kind of kneeling down? I don't remember there being 2, but maybe there was. Here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to bum rush these fools right past this guy and try and deal with this. You can see there's now one over there who's also going to be throwing stuff at me. Hopefully I can deal with this guy sort of post-haste here. Just get him out of the way. Now we're down to just 2, which is not nearly as bad. Hopefully I can avoid the rocks from that one while I deal with this, this nonsense. Can't quite throw far enough, it seems, so should be safe. That's the thing, is that that guy doesn't have that great of a range, whereas these guys are kind of standing uphill. So I'd recommend dealing with them first, like I did there, so that you don't have to worry about them while you deal with this asshole. And also, don't get too close to him when he's picking up a rock, because otherwise the rock will just kind of explode in your face. That's the last thing you need. Nice visceral. I love being able to interrupt gravity, you know? Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, you're dead now. Nasty. Oh, shot. He's not dead. I thought he was super dead, dude. Oh, God. Now I'm going to be super dead if I'm not careful. That was a little embarrassing. That really should not have happened. But hey, you know what? We got a bloodstone chunk, so I'm not even angry. Alright. Coming up on this actual building now, so get ready for that. Because, I mean, whatever is on the inside here is probably a little bit worse than what's on the outside, given that the whole frenzy nonsense coming from that upper window. A lot of bloodstone chunks scattered around, though. That could be helpful if your weapon's not at +9 already, or if you're trying to get multiple weapons up to +9, which maybe I should be. You hear the bell-ringing woman ringing her sinister bell, so that's another thing you have to watch out for, is other players interrupting your fun throughout here. Be wary of that for sure. You also want to be wary because, yeah, that's quite a sight. This is the fucking Spider-Man logo just hanging out in the middle of this. I'm going to go ahead and step off to the side here, because you really don't want to aggravate all the spiders all at once. I'm going to use my pebbles to try and knock them down here. Sort of trigger them one at a time, you know? Because on their own, you can see they're really not too bad. If you get, like, all of them, especially that gigantic fucking... that one that sends chills up anyone's spine, regardless of if they're an arachnophobe or not, that's when you gotta start worrying about it, because that guy will mess your day up. I'll tell you what. These little ones aren't so bad. If they do get a hit in, it's actually pretty hard. Like, they hit pretty hard, I mean. But for the most part... Is there anything even over here? Treat inquisitiveness with care. That's actually a very great note. Alright. I'm gonna try and knock some of these assholes down. They're gonna, like, fall down to the floor below, which I really don't want to fight them down there. So hopefully we can manage to sort of reroute them up to this little safe zone over on the right side here. That's the ideal way to handle this, I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, we actually did get them up here. They're smart little buggers. Get up here all on their own. God, it's not even just like the spiders themselves. I'm fine with spiders. It's the spider eggs all over the wall, dude. I think that's what they are anyway. They look like eyes or eggs or some goddamn awful nonsense. Yeah, don't worry about the big one just yet. I mean, if at all possible, don't worry about the big one at all, because that guy is a real dick. Ooh, tried to jump attack me. What a buffoon. Not so bad. I think we're down to the point where we may be able to deal with the rest here. I mean, we may not have to, actually, because I think what I would rather do is sort of subvert this whole thing. Just head up back here, and then, provided there's not any more hanging on the ceiling on this side, I can just sort of drop down here and not have to worry about it. Oh god, they noticed. They're smarter than I gave them credit for, smarter than the average bear. Let's head over this way. Because the big spider, at least, cannot get in here. He might be able to reach this far in, but he cannot actually get in here. Oh, they haven't noticed me. They just dropped down. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's actually very good. Is there anything that I missed over here? Oh, that's scary, though, dude. You don't get anything special, by the way, for beating that giant spider. I think he might drop, like, a bunch of quicksilver bullets or something, but no special items that you gotta worry about or anything. So let's just head over this way. And, see just a normal man, as strange as that is, Just a man standing there. He looks like almost like he could be an NPC, but he is in fact a hunter, so be wary of him. He's got the Rose Marinus there, as well as the Augur of Ebrietas. So be wary of that. We now kind of see, after having dealt with Ebrietas in the previous video, we can see where the Augur gets its name. Oh, he's using Ludwig's Blade. I didn't realize that. I thought he was using the Threaded Cane or something there, but it's alright. Bad timing, dude. Bad timing. This guy's not the worst hunter that we've ever come across, but if you get hit by the by that Augur attack at all, really, it's kind of a nasty time. He's very close to dead, though. I can probably just shoot him, yeah. Well fought, good sir. Get anything special from you? Got 10,000 echoes from it and some sedatives, which could come in handy for sure, given all the frenzy nonsense that happens in this area. Ooh, holy shit. No blood moon in this area is a very interesting thing to note. The moon is pure white. That's because it is a nightmare, so we're not necessarily in Yharnam anymore. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my torch because it does get fairly dark in here. But if you head off to the side, I think it's over this way anyway. Maybe not? I thought it was over here. Pitiful, really. Agreed. There should be like a little elevator or something nearby. It might not be for a little while now that I'm actually thinking about it. But still, it's important to have a look around. Assess your surroundings. Ooh, a chest. Thankfully there are no mimics in this game, so don't have to worry about that. Yellow backbone. Another chalice dungeon ritual material. Good to have for sure. Now, we got these little dudes here. They're not so bad. They actually won't like even fight you a lot of the time. They'll just kind of walk past you and stare at you eerily, which is honestly a little more terrifying than if they would fight me. When they do fight you, you gotta be a little concerned because they can hit pretty hard. Here's our elevator that I was looking for. Very gothic elevator, I kind of love it. And this puts us out down here, which is sort of the dead end I was talking about earlier, where we got this lantern here. And if we had gone the opposite way from where the bridge led us before, this is where we would have ended up. Here's the lever that pulls the elevator down. Wouldn't have worked if we tried to do it before. We do have some of these assholes to sort of mess around with, and you got to be careful because they are sort of in line of sight with the window at some spots on this ledge, so be very, very cautious. If you can knock them off the edge like that, then that's pretty helpful. Is that kind of gonna be able to walk around his buddy? Is he smart enough? Are you? Okay, we got both of them now. Well, hopefully the frenzy will take its toll on them a little bit. Oh, shit. Well, this is not a good time. But if I can get in there, I'll be immune to the boulder while I do the visceral attack at the very least. Boulder is a scary prospect, though. Come on, buddy. Just gonna try and smash him down now. Don't worry about the visceral attacks. Ooh! Yeah. That's the problem with those boulders. Thankfully, we did just like stop at a lantern, so it's not that big of a deal. Kind of helpful, actually, because we were starting to run low on blood vials. We were down to half, but still a bit of a bummer. We got our blood echoes back. I actually just like kicked this guy off the edge. I didn't realize that he was that he had my blood echoes, but there we go, I guess. So this guy's gonna notice us. And he actually is gonna come. Okay, so we actually managed to get one without getting the other aggroed, so that's pretty handy for me. He's gonna take a fuck ton of damage from that frenzy as well, which I'm totally down for. Soften him up a little bit. Enough that a visceral attack is almost enough to finish him, just not quite. Now, hopefully, I can get in behind this guy. I might have to stomach some frenzy in order to get back here, but I should be able to do that, and then... Haba! Maybe kick him off the edge, I don't know. Yeah, there he goes. Tough shit, mate. We got the eye rune, which, do we have... I think we have a version of the eye rune already. We got one from somewhere. We do not, actually. More items from fallen enemies, so higher discovery. I think the other eye rune you would get from killing Master Willem in Bergenworth. Maybe. I just didn't opt to do that because I'm a nice guy and he was just a lonely old man in his fucking chair. I can't help but notice I still only have 11 blood vials. Am I actually like out of blood vials in storage? Because that's the only reason I could see for that, and that's a bit of a concern. Oh lord, I'm gonna die, aren't I? I may just actually, if that's the case, go back to Hunter's Dream and just buy all the blood vials that I can with the echoes that I have right now. I think that might be the next order of business here, so I'll meet you guys back here in just a moment, because that's I didn't realize how many I'd used on Ebrietas, I guess. Alright, we're back here. The Nightmare of Mensis. This actual part of the Nightmare of Mensis, this little building here, is called Mergo's Loft. You'll notice that if you like go back to Hunter's Dream and you see the lantern name. This is the base of Mergo's Loft, is that lantern. So it poses an interesting question of who the hell is Mergo, which we may or may not find out in the upcoming sections here. Oh, I guess this guy doesn't actually do that much damage. I think there's like parts of Mergo's Loft here where you encounter a bunch of those little dwarf dudes. I think they're actually called dwarves in the game. It's not just me being insensitive. I think there are parts of it where there are a whole bunch of them just sort of grouped together and they can do a lot of damage quickly. Yeah, like maybe just right here. They're all just sort of walking in line. But you can see, you can actually sort of like walk near them and they don't care too much about you. Some of them will kind of go out of their way to swing at you, but most of the time you'll be fine to just sort of walk on by. How you doing, bros? I love the masks, the wrought iron masks. Dude, I was just minding my own fucking business. Oh, now you got your friend caught up in it, too. Oh, see, now he doesn't want to deal with me. Now. Well, this guy's just a bully, I guess. I don't know. Get out of here. You started it, my brother. You started it. A mirror here, for all that's worth. Hey! Okay, apparently they're a little more aggressive than I thought. I mean, I guess once I started murdering them, maybe that might account for some of their aggressiveness. Nice, are you sure you're okay there? It's a very weird place. I don't know what the deal is with these guys necessarily. They're marching to the beat of some unseen drum, it seems. Some sort of hive mind mentality or something. Pardon me. Get on out of here. Once you get to the base of these stairs, you got to kind of watch out. I'm actually going to deal with this guy because he's close enough that once I get... Because there's something at the base of these stairs that you got to watch out for. And he's close enough that I don't want to have to deal with him trying to like run up behind me and screw me over or something. If he feels so inclined. Yeah, this thing, Big Mama Butcher Lady, is a pretty scary prospect. She will not be super pacifistic towards you, as you can see here. And she actually has rapid poison buildup on her weapon, so... Very, very scary prospect. And she has a ton of health, too. Ow. Difficult to stagger her as well, apparently. Alright, I'm going to drop on down here. Try to avoid her as much as possible. She's not so bad. Her attacks are pretty slow. So if you can get some visceral attacks off, then by all means. But I was a little slow on the draw there myself. You gotta be careful walking around here, by the way, because there are some spots in the ground where you can very easily just fall through the earth, because there are some unseen holes, so they kind of blend in pretty well to the ground here. You can see, actually, like there's a hole right here. This is just a big old drop-off to God knows where. I don't really want to find out. This, too. Keep that in mind, and also watch out for this guy, number one, because he's gonna try and push you into these holes like a big old asshole. They might not do that much damage, but when they're standing next to a hole, they can do some pretty hefty damage. All right, also got to pay attention to this guy back here. Can I actually hit him from afar here? He looks a little different from the other ones, actually. He's got... Oh, it's because he's got range. That's what it is. Gotta watch out, though, because, yeah, there's a couple of them around here, as well as a bigger mama version that I really don't want to have to fight her near these holes, but I think that's the way this is kind of going. I mean, maybe I can sort of cheese her from the other side of this mirror a little bit. Or she's going to cheese me from the other side of the mirror. That's another possibility. I don't want to dodge too much in the wrong directions, because, like I said, those holes are pretty gnarly. Okay. I actually wasn't locked onto her, and I still managed to get that visceral attack, so that's actually pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. But don't go down on me, that's gross. Her face was like right in my crotch there. It was a little... Ugh. Okay, and then these guys aren't so bad. There's a couple of them like nearby here though, so you just gotta pay attention. Ow. Hey, that's rude. Actually does more damage than I realized. Good shit. I had like just barely not enough damage to kill all these guys in like a 4-hit combo. Okay, I think we got it pretty cleared out here. I'm gonna take out my torch just to make sure I'm not walking towards any nasty pits or anything. Like this shit over here. Ooh, there's an item there though. Gotta grab that. Lead elixir, huh? Good stuff. Is there anything else around here? I don't think so. I think this is just kind of an abyss over in this area. This elevator, I think, is the actual way to progress here. Lo and behold, an elevator that actually works the first time you see it. How about that? No, does not operate from this side or anything. Super nice. Love when they do that. Getting towards the upper echelons of Mergo's Loft here. We got... I don't know what we're looking down on necessarily. It kind of looks like similar geometry down there to like the Nightmare Frontier. Oh, hello. Oh, hello! This is a crow with a dog's head. Not sure if you noticed. Yeah, this place is a little fucky. And I think the general idea of this place is that this is like literally geographically above the Nightmare Frontier. Like they're within the same nightmare. And that's a dog with a crow's head, which is debatably worse. I don't know. Cast your votes now for which is worst. Crow dog or dog crow. Which one's which? I'll let you be the judge, I guess. Ugh. Some major really fucked up shit here. Makes you wonder what was happening within Mergo's Loft to make it this messed up. Because, like, we've seen some messed up shit throughout Yharnam, but this place is kind of taking the cake at this point. Hello. Oh, hello, bird dog. Let me, go ahead and make your day with, one of these. Oh, it didn't kill him. Hey-yup! Good shit. Alright. Discarding a tempering damp blood gem. You gotta be careful there, because if you don't time your roll right, you might find yourself rolling easily off the edge. Watch out for bird dog up there. They actually don't... Okay, well they do a little more damage than just like your garden variety crows, obviously, because they have fucking teeth. They're still not that bad, though. They're just a little more grotesque than anything else. It's sort of the body horror element that's more prevalent here. I think this is actually a shortcut. Oh god. What have I done? I'm not paralyzed, but I seem to be struck by you the way you make me. Oh, this actually drops down here, and this is the lever for this elevator. That's right. That all makes sense now. So we don't have to go through that whole dwarf-infested part of Mergo's Loft anymore, which is nice, because that can actually throw you for a loop. That part of the building here wasn't so much of a pain to me, just because I've seen it before, but it can actually be pretty dastardly if you're not well equipped for it. I feel like there's one around the corner here that's... Okay, no, he was the only one, actually. Kin Cold Blood 10. Bloodstone Chunk. A lot of nice material upgrades here, at the very least. Oh, hi! I guess he wasn't alone, after all. Dogbird. God, this is fucked up, though. Get out of here. Like, I don't know if these are actual experiments that were conducted on these things, or if it's just, like, transformations via the Nightmare. I'm more inclined to believe that, actually, because the Nightmare... You see some pretty fucked up shit in your nightmares, right? So, there should be no exception. So there's a bridge going across here, but it seems a little too convenient. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just work around the other side here. You can cross that bridge. It's not like it's gonna follow from underneath you or anything, despite what you may think. But I think there might be an item or something if you go around the other side here. Hi there. It's a marionette on fucking strings. This is weird. It's actually very weird. And they're very strange enemies, because you'll notice you do not get blood echoes for killing these things. Watch me when I kill this guy. No blood echoes come. It's a little perturbing. Makes you kind of wonder what's going on with them. Time for quick weapons. Yeah, sure. Really any weapon will do, but let's go ahead and check out what's going on here in the next episode of Bloodborne, actually, because we're kind of getting up there on time, I realized. And I think this is probably a good spot to cliffhanger it, because there's clearly something going on with all the mists in there that's a little unsettling. For now, I'm going to go ahead and take a squat on this bridge and say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is ArgonMatrix signing out. Thank you and good night.